If you think the electric vehicle landscape is getting crowded, you are absolutely right. Every legacy automaker on Earth is trying to build a car that can take down the undisputed king of the entry-level premium EV market. But while everyone else is playing catch-up, Tesla hasn't been sitting still. This is the latest iteration of the Tesla Model 3. It is sleeker, quieter, more efficient, and packs a level of interior refinement that completely rewrites the rules for what an entry-level sport luxury sedan should be. But is it still the absolute benchmark for daily driving? Or have the legacy brands finally caught up? Stick around until the very end, because I am going to break down everything you need to know: design and aerodynamics, stealth and silence. Tesla took a highly calculated approach with the styling of this car. They didn't just change the look for the sake of aesthetics. Every single line was reshaped to master the wind. The front fascia is incredibly sharp and low-slung, housing slim LED headlights that give the car a wide, aggressive stance. By cleaning up the body lines and redesigning the front and rear bumpers, they dropped the drag coefficient significantly. This optimized aerodynamic profile is a massive reason why this car can extract so many miles out of a single charge. But the biggest upgrade you'll notice on the move isn't how it looks from the outside, it's how it feels on the inside. Tesla has wrapped the entire vehicle in 360-degree acoustic glass. Combined with improved suspension bushings and extra sound-dampening materials, the cabin is a literal vault. The road roar, the wind whistle at high speeds, the sound of the world outside. It is all whisper quiet. And above you, the signature all-glass roof spans the entire cabin, giving you an open, panoramic view of the sky, while fully protecting you from harmful UV rays. Powertrain and specs. The motor lineup. Let's talk about what moves this machine, because the powertrain options are incredibly diverse, structured to fit exactly how you drive. The standard rear-wheel drive. This is your ultra-efficient entry point. It runs a single rear motor that takes you from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 6.2 seconds, or 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.8 seconds. It offers an official WLTP range of up to 534 kilometers, making it an absolute powerhouse for everyday commuting. The long-range rear-wheel drive. If you want maximum distance without upgrading to dual motors, this trim is the absolute range champion. It pushes an incredible WLTP range of up to 750 kilometers on a single charge. It hits 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 5.2 seconds, giving you incredible grand touring capability. The long-range all-wheel drive. This model introduces the dual motor system. It splits power intelligently between the front and rear axles, rocketing you from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 4.4 seconds while maintaining a stellar WLTP range of up to 660 kilometers. The Performance RWD flagship. This is a whole different beast. It features Tesla's latest generation performance drive unit, the most powerful ever fitted to a Model 3. It belts out a massive 460 peak horsepower, launching you from a dead stop to 100 kilometers per hour in a mind-melting 3.1 seconds. It will keep pulling all the way to a top speed of 262 kilometers per hour, while still managing a healthy 571 kilometers of range. If you step up to that performance variant, you aren't just getting extra speed. You get a completely bespoke performance chassis with stiffer springs, upgraded stabilizer bars, track-ready high-performance brakes, and an all-new adaptive damping suspension system that keeps the car absolutely glued to the asphalt when you throw it into a corner. Interior and tech. The dual-screen digital cockpit. Step inside the cabin. And the minimalist philosophy has been elevated to a premium art form. There are no stalks on the steering column anymore. Turn signals are now sleek tactile buttons on the steering wheel, and selecting your drive gear is handled intelligently by the car itself, or by swiping the side of the screen. Speaking of screens, the dashboard centers around a massive, razor-sharp 15.4-inch central touchscreen. This controls absolutely everything, from your ultra-responsive navigation and climate controls to entertainment apps and deep vehicle customization. But Tesla didn't stop at the front row. Mounted beautifully on the back of the center console is a secondary 8-inch rear touchscreen. This allows your backseat passengers to adjust their own climate controls, stream movies, play games, and manage their comfort independently. If you appreciate high-fidelity audio, the premium sound system in the upper trims is an absolute masterpiece. We are talking about a studio-quality setup designed in-house by Tesla, boasting 15 individual speakers, dual subwoofers, and dual amplifiers. The depth, clarity, and bass response are incredible. The seats have also been completely re-engineered. On the standard and long-range models, you get heavily cushioned, sophisticated materials, while the performance variant hooks you up with aggressive, deeply bolstered ventilated sports seats that hold you perfectly in place during track driving. Best of all, heating and ventilation are integrated perfectly to keep you comfortable regardless of the weather outside. Safety, charging, and Sentry mode. Safety is core to the engineering of this vehicle. Built with an incredibly stiff, impact-absorbing passenger compartment and a battery pack positioned low in the floor, it has a remarkably low center of gravity and excellent structural integrity. Every single Model 3 comes standard with a massive array of active safety features, including forward collision warning, active emergency braking, and lane departure avoidance. When you leave the car parked, Sentry mode acts as your digital bodyguard. It uses the vehicle's external cameras to continuously monitor the surroundings while unattended, alerting your smartphone app and recording footage if any suspicious activity is detected. And when it comes time to juice back up, you have seamless integration into the world's largest, most reliable fast-charging network, the Tesla Superchargers. When plugged into a V3 or V4 supercharger, the vehicle can pull up to 175 kilowatts on the base RWD and a blistering 250 kilowatts max on the long-range and performance trims. That translates to adding up to 282 kilometers of driving range in just 15 minutes of charging. Official pricing breakdown. So, let's talk numbers. What is it going to cost to put this electric sedan in your driveway? Tesla's official base manufacturer suggested retail pricing structure is incredibly disruptive for the amount of tech you get. Rear-wheel drive starts at an official base MSRP of $36,990. Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive comes in at a starting base MSRP of $42,490. Long-range all-wheel drive steps up to a starting base MSRP of $47,490. Performance all-wheel drive. The absolute top-tier track weapon starts at a base MSRP of $54,990. Note: keep in mind that these are baseline retail prices before destination fees, order charges, local taxes, or optional visual upgrades like premium multi-coat paint colors or the premium white interior packages. Final verdict. The latest Tesla Model 3 isn't just an evolutionary step, it feels like a definitive statement. It takes the unmatched software, charging network, and powertrain efficiency that Tesla is famous for, and wraps it in a quiet, luxurious, and beautifully built package that completely eliminates the compromises of early electric vehicles. It is fast, incredibly smart, highly practical, and genuinely rewarding to drive. But I want to hear your thoughts on this one. Are you opting for the ultimate commuter value of the standard RWD, the massive road-tripping capability of the 750-kilometer long range? Or are you pulling the trigger on that 460 horsepower performance model? Drop a comment down below, and let's get a discussion going. If this deep dive review helped you map out your next vehicle purchase, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more comprehensive model breakdowns, and I will see you all